Hello, this is James Smith at Gann Analysis LLC. The website is gannanalysis.net. If you are interested in currencies, I would advise you to keep a close eye on the EuroYen because right about the end of this month, you're probably going to see a big change in trend. And the reason I say that, there's a 4-year, 48-month cycle. Every 4 years, you get a change in trend. It's like clockwork. Now, maybe it's not exact here, it wasn't perfect. And here you can say, oh, okay, it really started the month prior. So you got to give it some slippage. It can be off a month or two, but roughly speaking, every 4 years, you can see this one came pretty close to the high, maybe 1 month later. And then here, this is where we're starting. We're projecting backward and we're projecting forward. That's the start line, June of 2012. So this one hit it pretty nicely. We're expecting this one to hit it as well. Now again, I mentioned slippage because the reality is it could be starting a month prior here in May, or it could be starting in July. But sometime in the next few months, you would expect a change in trend. And given that we sold off into this time frame, the more likely scenario is that it turns higher. Now, there have been plenty of times when a market that looks like it's going to turn up turns down. So you have to keep an open mind to the fact that, hey, maybe this thing will go the opposite direction. We'll be totally wrong. But how do you avoid that problem? Well, normally what you do is look at some of the retracements. And this is a 2/3 retracement. And here you have a 61.8% Fibonacci retracement, 123.08 and 119.40. Those are the levels to watch. If you don't mind taking a little more risk, you can wait for a close above 119.40 and then get long. Or if you want to be more certain that it's really turning higher, you can wait for a close above 123.08. So the way Gann works is time and price. So the Gann cycle gives us the time to expect a change in trend, and the Gann lines confirm it, or in this case, Fibonacci. So you can do the 2/3 retracement at 119.40, get long as soon as it closes above 119.40, or you can wait for a close above 123.08, the Fibonacci level. Either way, you've got a pretty good trade, because what I'm saying is if it closes above these two lines, it's probably going to 132, if not 141. So the reality is this is not a day trade. If you're looking for a day trade, go elsewhere. You look at a 4-year, 40-month, 48-month cycle, you should expect a big change in trend, and it will take place over the course of months and maybe years. So you can see from here, look at how long it sold off, 4 years into low, pretty big move. So the same thing could happen in reverse, where this is a low, maybe you go all the way back up here by the time you get to the next 48-month cycle, which would be June of 2024. So this is, I can't emphasize enough here that you should not be looking at this thing and trading it as though it were an intraday trade. You should be looking at it as a big secular change in trend. And if you do close above these two levels here, there's a good chance you'll just keep going higher into June of 2024. That's my view. And based on Gann, we never trade just on the cycles. We look at time and price together. We say, oh, okay, the cycle tells us when to take the trade, but we don't take the trade until we confirm it via the Gann lines. So that's what we're waiting for. I thought you might find this interesting. It's a good example of how Gann works. There are other cycles that I do have that will fine-tune the timing of this. And if you're interested, come to the website. Think about subscribing to the service, and you'll get a daily report on a range of markets: Forex, commodities, bonds, stocks, even Bitcoin. I don't cover all those markets every day, but when something big like this is happening, I do cover it in detail, and it gives you a chance to see exactly what levels to watch and exactly when to take the trade. This is more of a rough view with the 4-year cycle, but the daily reports give you a more specific direction as to when the trade is likely to be happening. So good luck in your trading. Hope this is helpful. This is mainly for educational purposes. I'm not telling you to buy or sell the EuroYen. I'm just giving you advice on how W.D. Gann would view this market. Based on the principles of time and price, those are the principles that Gann worked with. As you know, most chartists only look at price. And that's, from Gann's perspective, that's totally wrong. You need to look at both time and price together if you're going to trade effectively. And so if you come to the website, you'll see some more examples, free reports if you register, and you'll get more of an idea of how Gann works. So thanks a lot for your time.